Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is something that I normally don't do, but I had to talk about it. I had to talk about Avengers because if you guys were like me, I haven't even done a video on Game of Thrones yet, and you guys know how huge a Game of Thrones fan I am. Avengers Endgame was, I saw it last night, was so incredibly good. But the parts that I want to talk about, yes, this is spoilers. I have it in my title, but still, just in case, spoiler alert. The three times, was it three times that I cried? And I mean, like, if you clicked on this video, we're vibing right now, talking about how we are just bawling. I was literally bawling in the theater, like a personal friend of mine or family of mine died. I Number one, let's talk about the first one, Black Widow and Hawkeye. I was so surprised at the fact that when they went up to get the Soul Stone, that they didn't realize, that they didn't know that there was going to have to be a soul given for the Soul Stone. And I realized, I was like, oh, you know what? In Infinity War, Thanos didn't know that either. So I'm wondering, oh, can you just leave? No, probably not. And they needed that stone. The fact that they're talking and Black Widow says, I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. All she's wanted to do was help. Oh my gosh. And he's like, no, Hawkeye's like, I've become this person, this horrible person. Tell my family that I love them. And both of them are vying to give their life so that they can bring back all these people who have just disappeared with the snap of Thanos' finger in Infinity War. And she starts to run and he hits her out of the way and he starts to run and go over it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she grabs him with this thing and she goes down with him. I'm like, they both can't die. Somebody got to get the stone. And he's trying to hold her hand up. And she's like, it's okay. Let me go. And the look in his eyes. And the look in her eyes is just so at peace. It's just like, no, this is what I'm supposed to do. And he lets her go. Oh my gosh. It was a lot worse in the movie theater. I was like, oh my gosh. Like this is the funny part. I was scrolling through comments a few days before Endgame came out. And it was on some beauty channel. I was just scrolling through comments. And someone put in the comments, Black Widow gives her life and Iron Man dies. And I'm like, wait, what? So I knew she was going to die. I obviously need to take a moment. I knew she was going to die based on what they said. But I was like, maybe that's not true. And I knew Iron Man was going to die based on what they said. But I wasn't quite prepared for the emotional impact it was going to have on me. The next one, number 2, the next big crier for me, of course, was when Doctor Strange says, he puts up the one, and Thanos has, all the stones. And Tony Stark goes over there right before Thanos, everybody's looking to do the big thing, and Thanos says his big line from what he saw from Nebula that says, "I am inevitable." And nothing happens. And it's because Tony Stark had taken all of the stones from him. And of course, all the gamma rays, like the Hulk said, the Hulk said, "I can withstand the gamma rays, probably." But Tony Stark is human, and he couldn't. And he had to make a decision in that instant. He didn't have 5 days. He didn't have 5 years. Before he started it, what did he tell Captain America? He said, "Remember, basically, I have one goal, and that goal will always go beyond everything else. My family. He has a daughter, Pepper. So, yeah, that's his end goal. That has to stay the same." Captain America's like, "Okay." And in that moment where he had to choose to give his life for everybody else's, and you see just the darkness coming over his face, and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, he's like, hey. It was one of those moments where, of course, Tony Stark has a heart, but Iron Man, the most egotistical, arrogant, and smartest, they couldn't have done this without him. Gave his life for everybody else. And Pepper came up to him and said, it's okay. Kind of like, you can now rest. And I wasn't quite ready. I don't know about you guys. Are we on the same page? Like, I was not quite ready. And then, of course, Thanos disappeared with the rest of his army. Just bawling, like not making noise, but just tears running down my face. Good thing I bought tissue because I was struggling hard. And then the last one that got me crying again. His daughter is sitting there. Everybody's at his funeral. And he's like, "I'm going to make this just in case something goes wrong, but everything's going to be fine." And he tells his little girl, "I love you 3,000. Oh my gosh. Crying moments. You think I'd be better already today, but just thinking about it puts me in this tailspin of emotion of just, oh my gosh. And on the flowers said, like, Tony Stark does have a heart. This is evidence that Tony Stark does have a heart. But yeah, those are the 3 crying moments for me. And if you had the same crying moments or you had a few different ones, put them in the comments below. But I had to talk about Avengers Endgame. It was amazing. And I want to see it again. Definitely, I'm owning this one. So, yeah, I know this is different for my channel, but I wanted to talk about it with you guys and hear what you had to say. And if you cried or if you didn't cry, that's okay too. But I bawled like a little baby. And yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Get myself together. And thank you so much for watching this out of the blue type of video. Bye. Oh my gosh. Man. I was exhausted after the movie of all my crying.